It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. We can hardly wait for the start of this one under the lights on Sunday night.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games and finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number one goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all of those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
There's really no way around it, Mike. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This has been a disastrous start to their season thus far. I mean, they desperately need to get a win and change some of the energy in that building, because I can assure you, I've been there before. As these losses stack up, every day becomes more and more of a drag. And then all of a sudden you get that one big win and the spirits of the building just change overnight. They need that. Can today be that spark? Because if not, they're in for a long season.
He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll throw out of the gun. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now give on the ground, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's 3rd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Now it is 1st and goal. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is...
And he'll take it on in.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The PAT, up and good. And his guys come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 2nd and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. "21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll stick with him again. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
The running back against the ball carrier.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just a base up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up 1st down.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2. Down to the 2. Big play coming up. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to come away with a huge takeaway. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught. What a throw. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air one more time. To the right side here, pass is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the 50, he'll set him to throw. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. A high throw over the middle that's taken in. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They get 14 on that hookup, and that will be a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. So the move is for the field goal unit here. And this will be from 42 yards out. His kick is good. And his guys can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned,
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Throwing now from the gun. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Really impressive job by the quarterback to stay in there. He knew that hit was coming in the pocket, but he held it just long enough to let his receiver win versus man coverage and deliver that ball on target. Any quarterback in the league, Mike, at this level can operate when things are clean. But when you have guys bearing down on you, can you hold it a little bit longer? Because if not, the timing of the play just doesn't work out.
The throw on the run is complete. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to get this one on the ground. First down and more inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's a toss, right side. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And a determined run there. He gets about 7 yards inside the 10-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now an opening has the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a toss as they look to run. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the 1st down.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. They run on the jet sweep. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can...
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and Coverage has been tight. Pass.
And they're going to get him once again. He's under siege. That is 3 in a row.
Everybody on that sideline, when you find yourself in a goal-to-go situation, you're all thinking the same thing. You're getting 6. Well, next thing you know, you've given up 2 sacks on the previous 3 plays, and I think here on 4th down, I've lost all confidence in my protection, and I think you got to settle for the 3. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's taken down at the 33-yard.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the 1st down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. So these teams trade field goals in the 3rd as we come to the end of the quarter. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll begin here on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 17 yards on that play. That's enough for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This one off the left, upright, and in. It's good. Incredible. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter. So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So now this team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 76 yards. It is a touchdown. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Now for the point after. He knocks it through. And his guys are going to open up the lead to 8. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff running right. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Back to the ground after the penalty. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. He'll try the right side this time. And that That one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that's not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
At the 46 line.
Now they'll run. It's a counter. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Third down, 3 to go. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up fourth down. And now the punting unit will come on as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no chance of run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. This team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Here's 1st down. Here's a designed run. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call designed runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, on with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our